Hajimemashite, boku wa JD desu. Hey, everyone out there in YouTube land. I have decided that it's time once again. Well, it's been kind of my kick, the Mandela Effect. Not chapter 2, really, it's the other theory for the Mandela Effect. Or a other theory. If it's not time related, and I believe I've seen a few videos on this out there already, but you know, got to do my part. If it's not related to time, I would have to assume that it's related to, well, let's say it because it's out there, the Matrix. That unfortunately links back to my DeJa-Vu theory indirectly, because in the Matrix, when DeJa-Vu happens, there's a glitch. It's different in the Matrix. But if you've done any programming, any coding, built web pages, anything like that, you know that when you change one thing, not only can it crash your entire project and make it completely inoperable, it can also leave fragments behind. You'll see things you're not supposed to see sometimes. You reload the page and it goes away. So this one actually made sense to me as well. Not really a time fragment, but if we are in a matrix or in a artificial reality, it would be reasonable that someone is monitoring that artificial reality, much like when you play a video game. I'm not talking Halo or first-person shooters, more complex games. Maybe World of Warcraft, definitely Age of Empires or Masters of Orion. My dog's playing with my foot because I'm talking to myself. He's worried about me. Hold on, I'm going to let him out. We can edit. And we're back. But when you're playing these types of video games, the more Sims-ish games where you're simulating, a society, you have save points. You save here and there, and sometimes you'll screw up and you'll start over. And I've noticed that in those games, sometimes when you do that, like let's say for example a tech you've been researching, it still completes, although you hadn't actually started it. Like you saved the game and then you started researching that technology, and then it still completes and you hadn't restarted it. You hadn't done it again after you loaded the save. That's probably just how the game was programmed to track what you're researching, but it's still a glitch. So in the game world, if there was a scientist monitoring what was being researched, and then all of a sudden, bam, hey, this is done. Whoa, we weren't even researching that. The opposite effect. And I'm pretty certain, I can't remember 100%, but I know I've had a research going, made a save point, and then like that research glitched out to where it never completed. That's a reference from Masters of Orion. I'm not sure which one, probably 2. I can't remember the exact details of it, but in the end, like I had to completely just I had to go back another save point before that first one because that save point had glitched out. Anyway, the point is, 4 minutes into the video, really simply, it could be artificial reality. If it is artificial reality, we have a purpose. So that's good news. We probably will never know what that purpose is. And maybe we crashed. Maybe maybe we went to war. Like there was a thermonuclear exchange, and it's like, well, that's not how we wanted the simulation to end. So they reverted to a save point, and now we have fractal memory. We have memory of the other iteration of the game, basically the other iteration of the simulation. The bad news is the only bad news I could think of in that situation would be aliens do exist, and they'll probably be hostile, especially if it's anything like Masters of Orion. Anyway, not really making fun of the situation. I'm just taking it lightly because it's just a theory. I don't invest a whole lot in the idea of us being in an artificial environment in the Matrix. But I mean, it's a valid idea. I can't argue it because I just can't imagine it. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one. If you've been here this long, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye now.